Hi there. Good morning, everybody. We are now into August. I don't know where the year's gone, but these Friday get-togethers are always great fun. And I, of course, the Gabb, get to visit with my favorite people so you can find out what's going on. And today I am with Brad Anderson, which of Benzina, which I could actually say, and I don't want to say old, meaning old people, maybe, but an old friend. Good morning.
Good morning, Gabby. How are you?
Old, fine, thank
Yeah,
you. And
well,
you?
me too. So,
I'm enjoying summer. I realize it's too hot for a lot of people, but I'll take this over winter anytime.
right. Yeah, I would too.
But summer's almost gone.
I know we've got kids getting ready to go back to school. My kids, I'm having to try to get them up earlier every
When
morning.
do they go back? You're the little kids.
Michael goes back August 18th,
Boy,
and Julia goes back August, I think it's 23rd.
they're in middle school and
Michael's middle school and Julia's elementary, which is
wow.
crazy.
So, and that's a bad time for kids to have to go back.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it's a little warm and a little, well, we'll see what happens with everything. But let's don't discuss politics and masks. Well, masks are fine to discuss, but the kids really do need to go to school.
Right.
However, Benzina is what we're talking about.
Yes.
And we should tell everybody it means gasoline in Italian, because everybody I say the name to says, where'd they get that name?
Right. Well, yeah, it's as you know, it's been an old Phillips 66 gas station that was built back in 1963. So that it's a unique architectural piece, as you know, that it's got a lot of mid-century modern look to it, which is unusual for a gas station to put in. The slanted windows and some of the items that we have that Simple Brown looked at and said, wow, this is terrific. We need to keep the structure and keep the history. And so anyway, gas station, and we were going through 100 different names like you always do when you're trying to figure out what to call it. It's harder to name a restaurant than one of your kids, I think, because you're going, this could make or break, you know, the whole deal if you get a name that's hard to pronounce or people don't get it. And so we had the help of EBD, Ellen Bruss and their group, and we came together and thought Benzina was a great name fitting for the gas station, and most people like it.
Well, once I know it, it's great.
Yeah.
And once you know it, you don't forget it, but you know.
Right.
Okay, but you are basically what I call, in a fabulous setting, you are an upscale but casual Italian restaurant.
Right. And I would even say Italian-ish, because we do go outside the borders, and Brian Lockwood, our consulting chef, likes a lot of the spices and whatnot of the Orient, and so you'll find other areas of the world in our cooking. So it's not your specific red sauce, Southern Italian, you know.
And okay. Oh, absolutely.
We had our discussion with you about the lasagna.
Oh, well, let's tell about it. Do you still have it on?
Yep, we do.
Okay, it is worth the trip. But you have evolved, because at first it was just some pizzas because you didn't have enough staff, and now you keep adding and changing. Right. But when we talk about the menu, which is now, tell me about I hate the name lasagna because it isn't.
Right. Yeah. It's more than lasagna, but we we couldn't come up with another name that was fitting for what I think the product is, but it's a vegetarian product that we do with eggplant, and we get fresh eggplant in and we roast it, and we have 3 thin layers of pasta in kind of an oval disc that we put 2 layers of the eggplant in, and then.
But your eggplant is sort of smushed up. It's just not
Smushed up,
plain
yeah,
eggplant.
Yeah, we grill some and then we puree some and put it together, and then we have that Parmesan foam or cream that it goes around it, and we got the spicy tomato relish on it, and it's totally different than lasagna.
It's,
The
yeah,
flavors
at
are
least you
great.
should call it more than lasagna, you know.
Yeah, we had that discussion. We
Well,
use
because
more,
it's not lasagna, I wouldn't order it if it was
right?
lasagna.
I know it.
But, oh, I can hardly wait to come have it again. But then I have to fight with all the people who want one of your your pizzas. Discuss those.
Yeah, we still sell more pizzas than anything, which is great, but we do have other great items on the menu, I think, that deserve a taste. And
Oh,
more and more
I
people are
agree.
coming in, and they're doing what we wanted at the start. Our vision was 1 pizza, or depending on how many people are at the table, but 1 or 2 pizzas in the middle, and everybody's taking a slice or 2. And then we have the spatchcock chicken come out, and
Which is still the best chicken in town.
yeah, it's pretty good. And they cut that up, and each takes a little piece, and then we get 1 or 2 pasta dishes out there on the table, and they split that up. That's what we like to see, and we're getting there every day. We're getting a little closer to our vision, but still, you'll see that table where they come in and there's 3 people and there's 3 pizzas, and they're all like this, going, "Stay away from my pizza." I'm eating.
Which the pizza is wood burning. I mean, it's in that great oven.
Yeah, and we spent a lot of time on the crust, and people, that's what they bring up the most, is this crust is terrific, and we have a little special blend that we do, and we think it's not the soupy, soggy Neapolitan true style, which is what I wanted to do at the very start with Anthony Mangieri at Una Pizza Napolitana in New York, and then he was in San Francisco, and now he's back in New York. But it's the best, but it's totally different. It's like
yours is
Pizzeria Locale up in Boulder. They don't slice it; it's just the pie, and you eat it with a fork and knife, and that's great. But I was talking to Brian when we were getting this concept up and going, and we both like Roberta's in Brooklyn, and in their cookbook, one of the founders was talking about, we were trying to figure out at Roberta's what kind of pizza crust we were going to have. Was it going to be true Neapolitan or some hybrid? And they all kind of said, it's more fun to eat food with your fingers than a knife and fork.
I agree.
Yeah. So
I'm one of those.
When you have the true Neapolitan style pizza, you really can't eat it with your hands. And so we, like Roberta's, kind of went and got a little stiffer crust to it. So it still droops, but it's not a soggy mess like some of them back in Naples are.
I'll describe it. It's just delicious. Yes.
Yeah,
and when you come in there, you have to have arancini.
Right. Those are still our biggest shareable dish.
Oh, you don't share those.
No, we tell them when they say, "Yeah, we'll take 1 for 2 people." We go, "No, stop the fight right now. Order 2. It's worth it." And each person needs to have their own.
Oh yeah, no.
Which, by the way, we're going to serve at your charity event.
I am so. Thank you for mentioning it.
Yeah.
Morgan Adams Foundation which is cancer research for children. And you will see they also help with the chemo and everything for kids here. And
Mhm.
we have a lot of kids who actually are cured, which makes me very happy.
Right.
And people like you, this event on August 21st is cars and planes. There's some $60 million airplane.
Oh, wow.
What do I, some little thing that they're bringing out of the factory, and great cars and wonderful people like you. And you are making the arancini. So believe me, and people can just go to Morgan Adams Foundation and find out all about it. But those, I don't even like arancini usually.
Right.
They're dried up little rice balls.
Yeah, our product, Danny, our chef, executive chef, excuse me, Danny, takes the extra time in cooking the risotto, and we flavor it with saffron and put that little pinch of gorgonzola in the middle, which is
Oh,
different than most people's. So it's a unique. That's what Danny and Brian bring to our menu, is kind of that out of the box thinking, where they'll take a staple but then put their twist on it, and the twist is pretty good.
well, if you remember, the last girl I was with, woman, said, "Oh, I hate gorgonzola." Then she took mine and ate the whole thing, so I had to go get another.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah.
mean, sure, anything you say, but it is, I mean, you don't have to get dressed up.
Right.
Talk a little bit though about your reservation policy.
Well, we're popular, if that's the right way to say it, but
I
people
would
want
say
to get
so.
in and come in and see what we're doing, and which is terrific. And we do use Open Table, and they have their algorithm that selects the seats and tables and over a certain time period. And so it's been hard to get in for most people. They go on Open Table and they can't get their preferred, 6:30 or 7 o'clock time. There's usually times in the 5 to 5:30, 6 range, and then there's always times available after 7:38, it seems like. But that middle 2 hour time frame is tough to get into. But we also keep our chef's counter, which some people come in and go, "Oh, I don't really want to sit in a bar height chair, and I don't want to sit at a counter because I'm going to be next to somebody." But almost every time the couple will come back and go, "We had so much fun up there talking to the chefs and learning about how you put different items together." And the pantry guy was so meticulous with his tweezers, putting the smoked trout on the
Caesar.
Caesar salad, that it was just entertaining, educational, and great food. Thanks for putting us up there.
And
All
if
those
they,
seats are available.
okay, and if you like, I don't really want to tell anybody this, but okay, you better save my seats. I like even sitting at the bar.
Right.
Your bartenders are incredible,
Well,
and it's just fun.
yeah, yeah. And we've got 8 seats there. So there's 25 seats available for walk-ins.
Right.
And we do have gaps, even though Open Table, like I said, their system puts a big space between most tables from one
Right.
reservation to the
And
next.
if you don't mind my adding, when it says full, call the restaurant.
Right.
There could be lots of seats that Open Table isn't letting you get into or walk in,
Right.
but there's always call if you can. And I am so excited to hear you're doing some carry out now.
We are, we didn't at the start, and we're still not doing delivery, but the carry out, our kitchen, as you know, bringing up an old point that it's hard to find staff. And so we didn't have enough staff to really do the carry out correctly and not slow down ticket times for our patrons that were in the restaurant. So now we've been able to add one chef on the night, the 5 nights we're open, and they're getting better too. So we're a little quicker and we're moving a little faster. So that's going to enable us to do carry out. And I know it's kind of convoluted, but early in the evening, so from 5 to 6, we're allowing most, when you call in, we'll do a to-go order for you. And then after 7:38, depending on when the rush is over, it's easier for us to do takeout. So we still, when somebody calls at 7 o'clock, and if they had 10 pizzas, we'd love to take care of them, but that would then put the pizza.
Oh, yeah, that would be
so far
impossible.
behind that we couldn't catch up for our regular patrons. So,
But there's lots of other things. The pizzas are fabulous, but there are other things too.
Right. Which
I mean, I could enjoy most anything on that menu. And you're only open 5 nights a week right now, right?
Wednesday through Sunday, 5 to 9:30, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then 5 to 10, Friday and Saturday.
And where is Benzina located, she asked.
Well, we are on the ever popular and ever changing state highway, Colfax Avenue. And it has its own color and excitement every night. You never know what you're going to get on Colfax. But we're at the corner of Colfax and Eudora, which is Eudora is between Colorado and Monaco on the north side. So it's 4839 East Colfax Avenue. But for us old people, Pat, I always say it's kind of catty corner from where the old Tante Louise.
Tante Louise, right? Because you can name any other place.
Yeah, they go,
and
where? Who?
Us seniors only remember Tante Louise. Every time I look at that building, I just think, oh God, now what is it?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And, well, it's a colorful block, but it's perfectly safe. I mean, it's just colorful.
Yeah, I used to live 3 blocks, on 17th and Elm. So we love Colfax. I've always lived close to Colfax. And
well, you and I are still fairly close to Colfax now.
Yes.
So, I mean, I could tell you all sorts of funny stories about that, but we won't today about our neighborhoods with Colfax. Anyway, and how does one find out about you? Yeah.
Well, we have a website, Benzina Denver, and we're on that, and we have an Instagram and Facebook. So
so to find out, you go to Benzina Denver, BENZINA Denver.com.
Right.
Okay, that's simple enough.
Mm-hmm.
And phone number?
It's 303-399-2352.
And I must say, you're there every night.
Well, I try to be. There's been a few nights that we had family gatherings or whatnot that I've missed, but anytime, 95% of the time I'm there. Yeah.
Must say, didn't think you were going to have to work this hard at this time, did you?
Probably not.
It keeps you young or makes you old?
That's right. Yeah. Nope. We had Julia, my youngest, as you know, I'm an older father, I guess you would call me politely. Had kids at an older age, and Julie is 10, and she's been in there the last 3 nights cleaning silverware.
Oh my God.
Doing roll-ups and filling the water bottles. And so she is really excited about the
I love it.
Yeah.
I want to come just to see Julie. And then can Grandma get a job?
Yeah. Yes. Anybody.
I can roll silver.
anybody can get a job if they want to come in and
Oh,
apply.
I keep saying I'm going to apply. I can't be a chef for you, sorry.
No,
Couldn't do that. I could be an eater. I couldn't be a waiter because
right,
I'd tell them what to eat and what not to eat. So it wouldn't work, but I could roll silver.
right.
Well, you know what? You're a great Brad. You're wonderful. Your Benzina is fabulous. And I thank you again for being part of Morgan Adams too. And you know, I am a regular at the restaurant.
Yes, you
And
are. We
just
appreciate it.
can't thank you enough for coming back on the Denver dining scene and making it so great.
Well, we try our little bit to make it better, and I think bringing Brian back from New York, he's up in the Boulder area, but he's just got a different way to look at things, and I think it's a huge addition for the Denver Boulder dining scene to have him here. So
with you, a fabulous staff,
yeah,
and everybody else. And
group,
Benzina is what we're talking about, and thrilled that hope all of you go there soon. And everybody, please like and subscribe to the Gabb on YouTube. You'll see this on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook as soon as we're done. And you might even see me at Benzina one of these days soon again, of course. Have a great week. Thank you. Much love. Talk to you soon.
Bye.